What is good, guys? Spillboy here, back with another NBA 2K Lab video. And in this video, we're going to cover everything about the shot stick, and we had done a lot of research on this, and just as we're about ready to drop this video, patch 3 came and changed just about everything. And what do you know? We're about to release it again. Patch 4 dropped not long after on October 7th. So all this information here is for patch 3. Nonetheless, we're still going to drop this video. We got some good information here to help you get a better understanding about the shot aiming. So today we're going to go through what changed from patch 2 to patch 3 and give some additional details about whether shooting with the stick is the best option. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe because no one is giving out this type of information I'm about to tell you. And while you're at it, hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video to 10,000 likes. And without further ado, guys, let's jump right into the video. We'll start by talking about the speed at which you move the stick and why it matters. So if you pull down the stick as fast as possible, the target will fall on the right, with the average being 10.2 degrees from straight down. We're going to call this timing as fast because it's as fast as possible. Now, if you pull down the stick slightly slower, take 50 milliseconds to complete the process, it will result in the aiming being straight down position with some very minor variation. We're going to call this timing as center because it's going to be the middle speed in our test. If your timing is slow, which is 100 milliseconds or more, the target will be 10.2 degrees to the left side, and we're going to refer this as slow. Now, it's possible the aiming could be different, as they said in patch 4 that they changed the shot aiming system to prevent modded controller abuse, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so here you can see Dante Exum's jump shot with a fast timing, and you can see the make rate is about 75% when aiming and pressing the LT boost correctly. The numbers on the bottom represent left or right aim, with 0 being perfect aiming. Now we'll show all the charts at all the different speeds. Here you can see Dante Exum's shooting percentage for fast, center, and slow. As you can see, the slow jump shot had a significantly lower make percentage, while center and fast had almost identical results. We ran charts like these for a variety of shots, and the results suggest that your jumper base still matters if you're shooting with the stick as well. This also means that some jumpers are better for shooting with the stick, while other jumpers might be better with X or square. But the position of the target doesn't change as you switch bases, so it's somewhat consistent. So for example, if you pull the stick at the same speed, the target will be in the same position depending on whether you pulled slow, center, or fast for a slow jump shot like Lambeer, and the same for a faster shot like Exum. Prior to patch 3, you could be holding the shooting stick down when catching the ball and get the same left feedback every single time. After patch 3, holding the stick down before receiving the ball would result in a completely random positioning for the shot target, and this seems to be 2K's first attempt at addressing the cheating with modded controllers that was all over the timeline last week. Now here's the chart of how much the shot stick was nerfed in patch 3. The blue line represents the previous patch, and both of these lines are not using the LT boost. You can see in patch 3 the baseline make percentage was reduced by roughly 20 to 25%, but we'll elaborate more on the LT boost and how it works in a second. But if you've been watching Mike Wang's A1 tips on 2K TV, you might know that you can press the left trigger or LT to lock in the shot aim and get another boost. Now the first thing you need to know about the boost is that the timing does matter, and the timing for when you should hit LT is very similar to the timing when you should release X or square when you're using the button. And while the timing does matter, it's important to know that poor timing of the LT boost does not negatively impact your shot if you mistime it. It's only a boost if you get it right. For instance, Dante Exum's center green window falls at 575 when using X, and the optimal LT boost timing is 580. Most of the charts we've run so far follow the same pattern, so if you struggle to time your shot well, we did verify that the perfect timing on the boost is a much wider range than X or square timing, making it much easier to time, obviously. The boost that LT provides for shots where aiming wasn't perfect is actually massive, with the test showing a 30% increase for these poorly aimed shots. Now there's also a boost for turning off your meter and shooting with the stick as well. It's important to note that the ideal target moves from 10.2 degrees to 5.1 degrees from straight down. So if you're used to shooting with the stick and want to try turning your meter off, be prepared to shift your aiming slightly closer to the center. Now some bases might get into the 80s and 90s make percentage, and once you get badges and hot zones, you won't miss on open shots if everything is right. Now before patch 3, you can see in the chart that the baseline make percentage for using the shot stick without LT boost was around 70%, and the boost using LT increased it into the 80s. But after the patch, the base make percentage dropped closer to 50%, roughly 20% less, but the well-timed LT boost still keeps the make percentage into the 80s and 90s like it did before the patch. Ultimately, what we found is that the make percentage for doing everything right in terms of aim and timing your LT boost are slightly higher than just using your X or square to shoot, but learning to shoot with the shot stick does seem like it could be beneficial, especially for players who have latency issues, because the LT boost green windows are much wider than the X or square button green windows. So the boost for doing everything right is pretty significant, but it's definitely a lot to do and do correctly, and while the boost is good, it just isn't enough for me to switch from using X to shoot. Now there's a lot of info here guys, so feel free to rewatch the video if I went too fast. So what are you guys thinking? You using the shot stick with LT boost, or are you just going to use the shoot button using X or square? Let me know in the comments what you're rocking with. Me personally, I'm going to stick to shooting with X, keep the meter off as soon as I'm comfortable with my shot. Now that's all I got for this video guys. Once again, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're looking for more NBA 2K Lab content. You can always watch one of our previous videos or visit NBA2KLab.com to see our badge tier list, recommended builds, and much more. So with that being said guys, it's Spillboy. I'll catch you guys in the next video.